Hello everyone. What I want to do today is I'm going to show you how to customize your Kodi so you can have different tabs for your movies, for your kids' movies, for anything else you want to separate. Okay, this is the start screen here. You'll see here at the very bottom there's a movies tab, which is standard. And these are all the movies that I have that have already been scanned in. We have recently added movies in progress, and you can tell by the little progress meter at the very bottom of the icon. Unwatched movies, random movies, and that's it. Now if you go over to the right, you'll see animated movies. This does not come with the standard Kodi setup. You'll see at the very top, these are the recently added animation. You'll see that these are only animation. Scroll down, oops. And below that you'll see animated movies in progress. These are all movies that have been started and have not completed yet. And you'll note the progress bar at the very bottom of each of the icons. And below that I went ahead and added a random animated movies just to throw in something different. I went ahead and added this widget because I saw it on the other one and I liked it. You can add any kind of widget that you want, and I'll show you how to do all that and put them up here. And just like the movies, when you highlight the tab and enter it, you'll see only animated movies. But this is how I have it set up, and I'll show you how I've actually set it up so that you can do it yourself. These are all animated movies. The only bug that I found is when you highlight to the right, you'll see the movie collection. It'll have the description overlapping the actual videos. You'll see here, you can barely even see what that is, but if you go into it, you'll see that this is a movie collection. You'll see I'll have duplicates, more of my movie collection. You'll notice they have the same, you'll see that they have the same time length, but this one has a higher definition and a better audio quality. And you can verify they are the exact same movies. I'll just start each one. You'll see now that the Astro Boy, since I just played it for a few minutes just to show you that they were the same exact movie, so I could delete one of them. Now this has updated this widget here to animated movies in progress, so now it automatically comes there for you. So that's just to let you know that these widgets do work, and these are only for animated movies. But another important thing to note is that even though these are all animated movies, it does not take them out of your actual movies. They will still be here too. Because right here, Astro Boy is there as well. All of your movies will still be here. If you want to separate them to where you'll have your movies, your kids' movies, and whatever else you want, I will show you how to do that as well. First thing I'm going to do is go back to the very beginning. And I'm going to show you my setup. You'll see here I have, beginning with the F drive, because the E drive is an SD card, 128 gigabytes. But from F drive all the way down to K, F, G, H, and K, they're all 8 terabyte external hard drives. And on 2 of them, on this one, I have a folder called Animated Movies. There's one that's Anime, and there's one that's Anime TV as well. Then I also have my movie collections that I like to keep sorted, and then all of my movies sorted by year, and then stand up, etc., etc. So that's on the H drive, and let's go over here to K drive. I have another setup, Anime TV, Anime Movies, and Animation. These are also all animated movies, but they're just in a folder called Animation instead of Animated Movies. So now, you'll know that I have them in 2 separate places, and we're going to combine them in one once we get into Kodi. So let's open Kodi. The first thing we're going to do, highlight the Movies tab, arrow down 1, and that brings up the submenu. This is the submenu under Movies. Arrow over, Videos Library. Highlight that and just enter it. Click OK, or however you want to get in. This will take you to one of the submenus here. Just click the double dots at the very top. Take you back 1. Go into Files, and you'll see here the 2 drives that hold down the Enter key or the OK key from the remote. This will bring up your context menu. We want to edit the source. You'll see here I have 2 different ones that I just showed you in the Windows Explorer. The H drive has Animated Movies. The K drive has Animation. These are the folders, okay? You can add as many as you want here. I only have 2, so that's all I've added here. Name it what you want, click OK. After you've added them both and you click OK, it's going to ask you if you want to update the library. It's important that you do. If you don't, then when you try and continue, you're not going to see any of the items that you just saw from the main menu. They have to be scanned in before you can do anything with them and bring them into Kodi. So just say, when you click OK, it prompts you to scan, go ahead and scan them. That has to be done. There's no way around it. And when you enter it, you'll see all of the actual movies here. It's not that clean. And you'll see that they're not grouped into movie sets, movie collections. But that's okay, that doesn't matter. Of course, we're not doing anything with it. We just want to make sure we have them all. So now we'll go back. And now on Files is where we just were. Now I'll go down to Playlists. You'll see I already have created some. The first one is exactly what you just saw. These are all of them. And you'll see they are what you just saw from the main menu. So let's take a look at that. Hold down the OK button on your remote. Edit playlist. And this is what it looks like. right here, since they have been scanned in, you'll see that the type is movies. You can change it to TV shows, all of that, if you want to mix them up and whatnot, but everything that I've scanned in fall under movies. That's why that's highlighted. That you can name that whatever you want. The first thing we're going to do is add a new rule. But since I already have the rules added, I'm just going to show you exactly how I've added them. So the first one, let's just view it. I have path. It starts up here with title, but you have to scroll down. You can use any of these that you want, but what I need is the path. So that's what I have highlighted. You'll see it's green there. Contains, you can use any of these operators. Is not, does not contain, starts with, ends with. I put contains, and then all you do is browse. It'll bring you here, and all you have to do is browse to where you have them stored. I already knew where they were, which I showed you. I'm going to cancel because I don't want to change anything. It will automatically fill in. Just click OK. And then I add the same exact thing for the second one. Path, contains, and K animation, because like I showed you, they are in two different spots. This is just how to get them all in, okay? Only to show animated movies. That's it. Name it however you want. I call it my playlist animated movies. Items must match all or one or more. Since I have two different spots, there's no way I can have a movie in both spots, so I have it to say one or more of the rules. So if it matches this first one, add it. If it matches this one, add it. Add the movie. Otherwise, if you had it match both, then you'd have only duplicates. Limit to. You can have it however. Me, I want all of them to show, so I just say no limit. Order by. Sort title. That way when I open it, they're all alphabetical. And you can just scroll through and sort them however, but we're going to do that later, not with this first one. We want them by sort title, ascending. Group by, just leave that as default. Click OK. Once you click OK, it's going to ask you to name it. If you haven't, even if you've already named it there on the playlist name, it's going to ask you to name it again. So just don't worry about it. That's just the way this is set up. So these are all the movies. When you open it, they're all sorted by. They're all sorted alphabetically. And now I want to show you how to put the animated movies in progress. We're going to open it, edit, type is the exact same. Movies, here's the name. Now let's go look at the rules. We're going to match the rule. I scrolled all the way down. Here's a title. This is what you just saw. I arrowed up to take me to the very bottom. Playlist is, and all I had it do was browse for the playlist. And these are all the playlists that you have. The animated movies is just what you saw being created, and I only want to use those. That's it. So click OK once that's set up. And then we're going to add a new rule, the second one. And again, you'll see the title. I just scroll down to in progress, and I set that to true. You don't need to enter anything else. It actually won't even let you enter anything else. So now we have two roles. Everything that's in the animated movies, everything where the in progress equals true. That means that they have not been completed, but they have been started. And here we want it to match all of the roles. If I said any of the, or one of them, if I said one or more of the roles, then it would take all of them from the playlist. If I selected one or more of the roles, it would select all of these, because this is true or this is true. We want both of them to be true. So we're using only the animated movies and only the ones that are in progress. So make sure that that is all of the roles. Limit 2, you can only have 25, which it's fine, whatever you want. I just said no limit. Order by last played. Sort title, and the last played is the most recently watched, so that's what I have it sorted. That's why you saw it as soon as I played the Astro Boy. It jumped to the very beginning of the in progress movies. Sort by descending, so the newest one is first, and then they go right after that. And I just leave the default. Once you click OK, it's going to ask you to name it, which I've already done. And when you open it, these are the ones that you'll see here. I just played this, you saw, and it's at the very beginning. And I only have 9 movies, so that's why there's no more. Let's go back. And below the movies, or actually above them, movies in progress, you'll see the recently added. So when you add a new movie and you scan it, this is how they'll show. These are all the movies, but this is the order by which they were added. So let's look at that. Again, type is movies. Here's the name. Playlist. We only want to show the animated movies. That's it. We created this one. We created this role in the last playlist, so there's nothing I need to show you there. Limit, no limit, and all we do here is a sort by date added. That's it. And since there's only one rule, you don't have an option to items must match. You sort by date added, and every movie will be in that order for you. And again, you want to order descending so that the newest one will always be at front. And I also added the random animated movies so that we could have it look more like the original Kodi. Bring up the context menu, edit playlist. Playlist animated movies again, because that's all we're doing. That's why we needed to create the animated movies playlist first, because every other playlist that I created for that screen is based on that one single playlist. And here, the only thing we do different, order by random. The last one was date added. This one's random. And that's how we got the random one. And then when you click OK, of course, it's going to have you name the actual playlist. But I'm just going to click cancel because it's already done. And to create a new one, you highlight New Smart Playlist. And this is how everything begins. Select your type. I'm using TV show. I'm using movies as usual. Playlist name, you can name it now, but it's going to ask you anyway, so don't worry about it. Great. Type is movies. We're going to add a new role. Scroll down the playlist. Is browse animated movies, because everything is for animated movies only. Click OK. We're going to add another role. Play count is less than 1. Okay. We want to match all of the roles. No limit. Order by random. Order by random. Order doesn't matter because it's random. Group by is the same. Click OK. And I'm going to name this Unwatched Animated Movies. And then click Done. And here it is. When we open it, these are all the movies that have not been watched at all. Why they're all okay. There's a lot of duplicates. There's a lot of duplicates here, but that's my own fault. Since I have them in 2 different areas, some are x265 and the others are x264. I keep them separate, and this is the results. I need to go back and fix it, which I'll do later, but that's not the point of this video. The video is to show you how to do the custom menu. You'll notice that all of these are unwatched. You can tell by the circle over there in the description. If there was a checkbox, that means it's been watched, and it will not show up in this list. Okay, let's go back to the main menu. Okay, let's go back. Here's the regular movies, and these are the animated movies that we've just seen the playlist for the recently added animation, animated movies in progress, as well as random animated movies. What we don't have is the unwatched, what we just created. So let's go ahead and add that now. Go into settings, and it's important to note the skin that I'm using. It's the estuary mod. If you have just the regular estuary, it doesn't have the option to do this. I have a tutorial on how to set this up. I'll put a link in the description below. From home menu, we'll click customize main menu. And what we did was, all we did was add this to it. Click the add button, and this was added. These are all the defaults there. When you create it, all of this will be blank. Choose item for the menu. I went to video library. You'll see playlists, but that's not the right one. Playlist. And then you just select the one that you want. This was the very first one that we used, and all of these others, the random, the animated, movies in progress, recently added, blah, 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 all derive from this. They all use this. So this is the exact one that you use, which you'll see that I already have. And once you've set that, this will automatically fill in. I put the label, animated movies, which you'll see over there. You'll want to set the thumbnail. You'll see I have a Mickey Mouse. You can go through all of these, select whatever one you want. I just went into the genres, and I selected animation. This anime, I'm going to use that because you may have noticed that I have some anime movies that I'm going to use next. I'm going to create a tab for those, little window. But for now, I'm just using the animation, which you'll see there. Oh crap, took it off. Set it back up. Genres, adult, well, I'll be using that one too. Animation, and there it is, it's back. Background, you saw that I had the minions. This is exactly where it's at. You can do your customize your sub menu, and you can have there the sort by the genres, the years, movie sets, blah blah blah. I went down here to set type of widgets. Customizable. If you select the pre-configured, this won't work. It'll take and put what you saw from the very first tab, the movies menu. It'll fill it with those, but we want to customize one. I did the widgets poster, and that's what added there. And here, the widgets. You can add 6 of them. You'll see the first one says recently added, animation. Second one was animated movies in progress. Third one is the random animated movies. Now let's add the unwatched. Video library. It's not the first playlist. That's very important that you remember that, because that will not work. You go to playlist below that with the arrow. Just remember it has the arrow pointing, and then find the one you want. I just need the unwatched. Name it whatever you want, and you'll see it's there now. So let's go ahead and back out. When you back out again, you'll see it's building the menu, writing the menu. Wait till it's 100%, and we're back. And we're back to here. Let's go back to the menu. That was my custom screen in the back, the minions. Okay, now we have, again, recently added, movies in progress that are animated, random movies, and these are all the unwatched. You'll see here that everything is in poster form. Echo Planet, I don't know why that's not, that has to do with scraping. I'll have to fix that later. And these are all the movies that I have not watched yet. And I just have it as a random order. You could have it in you can have it in whatever order you want. Okay, well that's how you set them up. That's how you set this up. So now you have everything, one for your kids that is just like the main one. But it's just for animation. You can do it with anything you want. I'm going to set this up with my anime, stand-up comedy, and all the other stuff. I've got a lot of different ones that I'm going to fill this with. Okay, that's half of the tutorial. Okay,